Hi there, welcome back. Yes, it's me. Hi there, welcome back to the channel. It's just me this week, but don't worry. Hi there, welcome back. It's just me this week. Hey, welcome back. Good to see you. So I've decided to come back to one of my favourite haunts. I was here just a few weeks ago with Sarah, the station inn at Ribblehead. But what we didn't do last time was, we didn't do the waterfall walk, which does exist. I didn't even know about it last time. If I can, I'll do the walk in the morning. This evening, well, I'm going to start off with a few pints. The last time I came here, I left a copy of my newly published book. I left it amongst a bunch of other books on the windowsill, wondering if anyone would pick it up. I'm betting they haven't. I bet it's exactly where I left it, but I think I'm going to go and find out. Is it exciting? It's not really. It's going to be awful if it's still there. It looks like it's going to be raining over the night and in the morning. I'm not going to do the walk now because it's getting a bit dark. So I'm going to plan the route in the morning. I forget the name of the waterfall, actually. I'll tell you later. It'll be on the thumbnail maybe, or in the description. I'll get to that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. If it really is chucking it down, I don't know how actually possible it's going to be to film a lot of it because this camera isn't waterproof. The drone isn't waterproof, only the phone. I can use the phone and I'll probably have to do that. I've made the bed. Let's do it. I'm going to the pub. It's only 5 o'clock and it's this dark. I love it. Good morning. Yeah. All right, I've got some confessions about last night. I'll tell you on the walk to Force Gill waterfall, which is about, I think, 50 minutes, 55 minutes from here. So the pub last night, where do I start with this one? Put it this way, there's the pub I stayed at. And the griffer, the campervan is all the way down there. I can't lie to you. It's not the next morning. Everything went wrong. My plans for the pub went wrong. The book idea went wrong. Everything went wrong. And then the morning went wrong. Having said that, I still had a really nice night. Look where we are now. I can tell you the weather was not this nice yesterday morning. It was just absolutely bucketing down. And then I realised I'd not only forgotten my walking boots, I'd also forgotten my original running shoes that I just always used to wear for walks. So it's chucking it down and I had nothing waterproof for my feet. Morning, you alright?
Morning.
And it just wouldn't stop raining, and honestly I thought, you know what, it could potentially have been great content, but I would have been an absolute drowned rat and freezing, and I think it might have looked a bit planned as well, because no one's that stupid. No one's that stupid. Anyway, so I just decided I'm going home. Oh look! So I went home, had a lovely big breakfast at home. That was yesterday morning, that was Wednesday morning. And I'd hardly filmed anything in the pub, which I'll get to that. And I just thought, this is hopeless, this is unacceptable. So I decided to come back today. And I'm kind of glad because it's a lot drier. So let's go and see this lovely Force Gill waterfall. And I'll tell you about the other things on the way. Yeah, so last time we went under that. and then circle back down to the viaduct. This time, carrying straight on this way, and looking at the map, it does actually look like a pretty straight line. Just going to stay on this road, which at the moment is on a bit of an incline, if you hadn't noticed. I think that might be the thing that was buzzing down the road the other night, in the middle of the night, sweeping its lights all over the place. I don't know if the gamekeepers or what, or if they work for the railway. Speaking of which, I did wave at them, but no one waved back, which, I don't know, I think that it should be against the law. I deserve one wave, surely. And now, as my sweat really kicks in, we're approaching, fast approaching, Blaymore signal box, which I think may have some kind of historical. Yes. And if I can, I'll have a sit down there. If it's nice and quiet, I can tell you what happened at the pub. It's not that much of a story. I didn't really see anywhere to sit down, and the people in that house, I'm sure of it. Please let that be a rock I can sit on. Please be a rock I can sit on. Oh, not really. Hang on. Rocks. Yes! So, Steve, what happened in the pub last night? Well, first thing I did, got a drink, went to the windowsill where I left the book. There was a whole row of books stuffed into that windowsill, and no books. None, all gone. So I asked at the bar, where have those books gone? Didn't you used to have a lot of books there just a few weeks ago? And she said, oh yeah, that window leaks. And so they've taken all the books away, put them into storage, she said. So I didn't ask for more detail because I didn't tell her my book was there. Anyway, so that was the beginning. That was the first thing that went wrong. So I sat and had a drink, and the pub started to quieten down. It was getting really nice, and I got to sit by the fire, and the fire was roaring, and it was lovely. So I was nice and relaxed, not quite ready to film, and it started getting really dark, and I thought, this is lovely. And it was lovely, really lovely, so very cosy. So I had another drink, and then I was joined by the fire by motorhome owners. They parked up for the night too, and we all got chatting. I had another drink. At some point I had a look outside the door, and it looked like this, and I was thinking, well, let's hope that doesn't carry on all night and into the morning. At that point I didn't know I didn't have my walking boots or a proper raincoat. And I went back inside, had another drink, and I thought, hang on, I'm getting a bit tipsy here. Probably time to have a bite to eat, but it was gone 9. You know where this is going, don't you? So the kitchen was closed. So once again, I did myself out of a nice dinner, but I did buy a lovely lemon drizzle cake off the bar, and I went to bed. And then in the morning, it was still hooning it down. It was absolutely hooning it down. So I went home, tail tucked between my legs, utterly failed. And that's the story of my second trip to Ribblehead. Oh no, there's people behind us on the hill. That's not good. So there's a path down there, and I'm thinking I'm supposed to be on that path, but hopefully maps indicates that this meets up with that path and that we're only about 20 minutes away now. I'm very pleased about, because I'm dripping like an absolute idiot. I blame this jacket. Oh God. No, do I blame this jacket? I put it on because it's the only waterproof jacket I've got left now. I've not worn it for a few years. Look what I just saw. Flipping heck. So alright, we're going back. And yes, I know, if Sarah was here, she would have sorted this she would have sorted this all out. This would never have happened. She'd have known. Alright, we're getting there, we're making progress. We just need to get down there. We're getting there. Well, it's a good time to say hello. This last week, our tiny little channel on the YouTube, we've had 3 new subscribers. Which, wow, thank you so much. Whoever you are, we can't see who you are, but it means so much, thank you. And if you're already subscribed, and you haven't unsubscribed, thanks for sticking with us. Or if you've watched us before, and you've forgotten to subscribe, now's the time, hit the button down there. So I went up there, and all the way along there. You can see why I didn't think there was access here. Surely. Oh, look at this. Oh, I could have walked down there. Wonderful. Okay. It's quite dramatic, isn't it? Alright, so there's a person back there behind us. And there's 2 persons up there ahead of us, and I bet they're at the waterfall. Hopefully they're not going to hang around skinny dipping in there or anything. So listen, and I'm not just saying this, I've had to sit down, and that 7-foot bloke up there, looks like a rugby player or something, was dripping, and he was wearing a t-shirt. I mean, the guy's wearing a t-shirt. So he was dripping, sweating, so it's not just me, and I still blame this cagoule. This is like, I didn't finish what I was saying, did I? This jacket is like a cagoule. And of course I've worn a woolly jumper with it as well. So, I mean, I could take it off, but so it looks like up that path there, and then across, I think there's a wall or something along there, and I think it's just up there. It's quite exciting. And according to Google Maps, I have arrived at my destination. That's surely it over there, because that's where I was looking when I was across there. You remember, right, when I was across there, wading through all that bog. And I'm just going to continue sitting here for a few minutes because I need to de-sweat, I think. The waterfall is definitely just around there. I'll add some cool dramatic music. Try and get down there because I'm sort of passing it now. Alright, I've not seen that many waterfalls in the UK. So honestly, this is the most impressive one I've seen in the UK. Already from here I can already feel spray on my face. This is very cool. And I may mention this camera is not waterproof, so I think we'll just back off a little bit, just a little bit. People arrived, so I can't complain. I had it all to myself for a few minutes then, didn't I? So I'm really happy with that. That's a result. That's a result. And now I'm going to head back. And my goodness, I need the toilet now. Too much information, that, isn't it? Anyway, I'll maybe see you on the way back. Today's Thursday. Thursday the 6th. Is it? Let me check that, let me check. It's Thursday the 6th, yes. And I want this video out of the weekend. So it's 11:30 now. Yeah, that actually took half an hour longer than I expected because of all my fanning about. Should have taken an hour, 1 hour, or less. So I should get home by about 1 o'clock. I can make a start, I can start stitching this all together. But I won't be able to do a complete video today. I'm just not that fast. Don't say it. So I'm going to need to do it in the morning as well. But I'll only have a few hours in the morning because me and Sarah are off into Yorkshire in the afternoon. And we won't get back till kind of noonish on Saturday. So there's no way, I don't think I'm going to get this video out this Saturday. So it may be a Sunday afternoon job. We shall see, but it will be coming out this weekend, hell or high water, and hopefully it's not the disaster I thought it was going to be when everything went wrong on Tuesday and Wednesday. So thanks very much for joining me on my almost complete disaster of a solo trip, and I hope you have a good weekend. Thanks for joining us. Bye bye. Oh, like and subscribe.